Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Raven89 coming at you again. This is actually another session of our Pokemon trading card game online. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. The first video was just a tutorial of the site, how the program works and everything like that. Today I'm actually going to do a video of a Pokemon battle, just basics of a battle, you know, field setup and things like that. So when you jump into a battle on the Pokemon online trading card game online, you have an idea of what's going on. Of course, this game does come with tutorials, and you can learn it that way. But if you'd rather hear a human tell you exactly what is going on, then you can listen to this video. So before we begin, this is the first time I'm logging on to the Pokemon trading card game online. So every day, as I stated before, there is a giveaway that they give you. They actually give you free stuff when you log on each day, so consecutively. So over here on the right hand side, I'm going to open up my Poke Gift and see what's in there. Nothing, because it still has a couple more hours to go, apparently. So, anyway, as you guys saw in the last video, if you get something, you open that little thing up and it opens it up. Next time, hopefully, there is actually something that is given away so you guys can share in the moment of me receiving free gifts. You guys can share in that. This is a new setup. I set it up with my camera and everything like that, so let me know if it looks a lot better than the last video. Give me some feedback, and if you want it closer, brighter, whatever the case may be, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to do what I can to make it better for you guys. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into a quick match battle. Now, we can battle people live, but I don't really want to jump into that because you are timed. So we're going to go ahead and actually start the game. This is a quick match, playing against the computer, you know, no stress, nothing like that. This game is going to go a little bit slower because I am going to be explaining the entire process of the game, setup and everything like that. But any videos you guys watch after this, it will be faster paced, and I will try to slow down a little bit to show you guys the Pokemon and things like that. But once you guys get accustomed to seeing everything, I'm not going to waste any time and any of my time or any of your time and going through that. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So each hand, you get a 7-card hand. So each starting hand, you have to have a basic Pokemon. Now here it says your opponent has no basic Pokemon and must draw a new hand, look at his or her cards, and click OK. He has to show you every time you play and they don't have a basic Pokemon, he has to show you the hand. So here's an energy card. Every Pokemon requires energy to be able to use attacks. So that's a red energy card. This is a fire deck, so we have to keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in closer here. This is a trainer card. Trainer cards, you can actually, there's a couple different types of trainer cards. This trainer card is actually an item. So you can play as many item cards as you like during your turn. It says it right here in blue. And what this specifically does, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a supporter card, which is a different type of trainer card that I will show you later on. Put it into your hand, shuffle all the cards back into your deck. So the game will automatically do these things for you. You just select the action that you want to do, and it will go ahead and do it. So give me some time here. Let me try to get out of here. Alright, so here's an example of a Pokemon. This is not a basic Pokemon. Up here it says stage 1. You can see that has evolved from a Pansear. So this is not a basic Pokemon, but you can kind of see what Pokemon he's running as a Pansear. HP is hit points, and this Pokemon has 90. In order to knock out a Pokemon, you do have to do up to 90 HP or more, and that will automatically knock the Pokemon out. This Pokemon does have 2 different types of attacks. Alright, so each of these is their energy cost. Alright, now this requires a fire energy, and the other 2 are the star-looking things. The star-looking things are colorless, so you can use any type of energy card in place of the colorless. So you can have 2, in this case, since this is a fire deck, you can have 3 fire energy cards, and you can use this attack. Now each attack Not all of them have wordings that you must comply with, but most of them do. So, for example, this is 2 colorless, so you can put 2 fire, 2 water, whatever the case may be, and then you would do 30 damage. Then you have to read whatever the writing says. If this Pokemon has any water, that's a water type energy, attached to it, the defending Pokemon is now asleep. So, if it had any water type energy cards, the defending Pokemon, which is actually me, because this is my opponent's hand, I would be asleep. And Flamethrower, discard an energy card attached to this Pokemon, and it does 70 damage. So you would do 70 damage, and you have to discard an energy card attached to the Pokemon, so you would have to get rid of one of your energy cards. Let's keep on going. I'm not going to stop for every card. Here is another item card. We'll go ahead and we'll see that during in-game play. Another energy card, another item card, and there's an Arcanine. If we see it in play, I'll go ahead and zoom in on that. I don't want to waste any more time. So we're going to click OK. Now this is the general setup. Alright, so my hand, this is where my hand is. I have to choose an active Pokemon. The active Pokemon is basically the Pokemon that you want to start off at the beginning of the game. So I have 3 basic Pokemon that I can go ahead and start off with. You can't start off with an evolved form, you have to start with a basic, which again it will say on the upper left hand corner. So I have an Oshawott, Boniri, and a Lapras. If I take a look down here at my hand, you can still see it. I have an item card here and 3 energy cards. So what I kind of want to do here is I want to start off with my Lapras. The reason I want to start off with Lapras is I can do some good amount of damage with Surf, and Water Arrow, we'll look at that when it's attacking time. It's got 90 HP, so I can take some hits. So I'm going to start off with this. Surf does take a couple turns to get up there, but once you get up there against the fire deck, it's going to do major damage. So I'm going to go ahead and select Lapras, and they choose their own active Pokemon. Now, I have to choose my starting bench Pokemon. So bench Pokemon are Pokemon that you have on your bench. You can have up to 5, where I'll show you in a second. And those Pokemon you can attach energy cards to, and basically whenever your active Pokemon is knocked out, you have to switch in one of your bench Pokemon. Also, you can retreat Pokemon, which I'll go over that also, but you can retreat Pokemon and switch with one of your bench if you'd like. So we have these 2 basic Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and put both of them on the bench and click OK. And now he's going to have his setup. Now, the next pop-up says, your opponent has no basic Pokemon and had to draw a new hand. Would you like to draw a card? Whenever you're facing somebody, if that person didn't have basic Pokemon in the starting hand, they get to shuffle their hand back and draw another 7 cards, but then it gives you an opportunity to draw an extra card before the game starts. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that and click yes, which is actually a Lapras. So I'll go ahead and put this Lapras on my bench, and now this is the whole setup. So at this point, he flipped over all his cards. He's got a Darumaka, alright, 70 HP, Singe, requires 1 fire energy card, and the defending Pokemon is now burned. Rollout requires 2 colorless or any 2 energy cards, and it does 20 damage. Now weakness, if I use a Pokemon that has that energy type, my attacks will do ×2. So for example, my Lapras, if I did 60 damage to this, it would be ×2, it would do 120, and it would knock this Pokemon out very easily. Now, the retreat cost. If you ever want to switch out your Pokemon because you don't like that matchup, or you want to switch something else in, you have to discard however many the retreat cost is. So this is 2 energy cards. This Pokemon would have to discard 2 energy cards attached to this Pokemon in order to switch it. Over here, you got a little status bar here. You can see hit points. It breaks it down. 70. Weakness is ×2, which is what I said. Resistance. Resistance basically is if you get attacked with a certain move that you have a resistance against, this is how you tell up here what type of energy it is. So this is a fire type Pokemon. Lapras is a water type. So if this thing had a resistance of water type, for example, my 60 damage would actually be subtracted by whatever the number would be here. There's no example, so I can't really tell you what it would be. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and go back to the setup here. So you see the active Pokemon is going to be up front here. Down here is your bench. You can have up to 5 Pokemon on the bench. You can't have more, but you can have less, as you can see here. Over here is your prizes. The object of the game is for you to knock out Pokemon, and if you knock this Pokemon out, you get to choose a prize here. And once you do knock out 6 Pokemon, you get 6 prizes, and that's the end of the game. Another way to end the game is if I knocked out both this Pokemon and this Pokemon, and he had no more Pokemon to put on the field, that's also game if he has no more Pokemon to use. Lastly, the other way to lose is if you lose all the cards in your deck. So if your deck has no cards at the beginning of your turn, you do lose. To play this game, you also need a coin. It's 50-50 chances on certain cards, and you will see examples of that as we proceed. And you have a deck and a discard pile. Your deck must consist of 60 cards, no more, no less. And your discard pile, you use that whenever you use item cards or supporters or anything like that. They automatically go into the discard pile. When Pokemon are knocked out, those go into the discard pile along with all items, tools, and energy cards. And lastly, over here, this little section right here is actually for stadium cards. So you can see stadium card is another item card, but those stadiums actually stay on the field. And stadiums, once another stadium is played, the original gets replaced, and the new one takes effect. So this is now my turn. Now that I've explained everything, so there's a couple things I can do. I drew a card, which I got my Samurott over here, and I can't play it yet. You can't evolve on your first turn, and you can't evolve Pokemon that you just put on the field. So say that, for example, I had a Duat and Oshawott is over here. I can't put Oshawott out here because this is my first turn. But say next turn I put Oshawott out, and then I wanted to evolve it to the next one, I can't do it. You can only do put a Pokemon down, and then you have to wait to evolve it the next turn. So here now I have to decide what I'm going to do. This item over here, Tool Scrapper, basically it's an item, so I can play them as many as I like during my turn. Choose up to 2 Pokemon tools attached to Pokemon in play, yours or your opponent's, and discard them. So there's no Pokemon tools on play right now, so that doesn't really apply at this time. So my next thing I can do is attach an energy card. So you can see these energy cards are highlighted, so I'm going to select one of them and attach it to a Pokemon. Now, this is where the hard part comes in. Do I attach it to this Lapras and try to get ahead and try to do some damage, or should I attach it to one of my bench? I am going to attach it to the Lapras so I can try to get some damage done. Alright, so you can only play 1 energy card per turn, so that's the end of my turn pretty much. I can't play this tool, this item, because there's no tools on the field. And I can attack, because as you can see here, once I zoom in, bear with me 1 second here. Alright, so Lapras is 90 HP. Water Arrow requires 2 energy costs, 1 water, 1 colorless, but in this deck it's a water deck, so it would be both water energies. And Water Arrow, what it says is this attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weaknesses or resistance for benched Pokemon only. So if I attack the active opposing Pokemon, I can apply the weakness and resistance, but for bench Pokemon, I do not. And the next one is Surf. It does 60 damage, requires 3 energies, 2 water, and 1 colorless, but I can't do it because I only have 1 energy card on this Pokemon. So, my weakness is Steel type. That's a Steel type energy, and this Pokemon requires 2 to retreat. So, I can't really do anything else on this turn. So, over here on the right-hand side, you're going to say end turn. Now it's your opponent's turn. They are going to move a little fast here. He attached a fire energy, and he is going to use Singe. With Singe, we read earlier, it burns the Pokemon. My active Pokemon is now burned. So you'll see this little burn emblem here, and every turn, whenever a Pokemon's burned, you flip a coin between each turn. If it's tails, I take 20 damage. If it's heads, I don't put any damage. So that's something to keep in mind. It's considered a special condition. Other special conditions, for example, would be poisoned, paralyzed, and asleep or confusion, which I don't think you'll see very much of any of that in this battle, but you will see them later on. Alright, so I drew a card. I drew an energy card. So I now have the option to put another energy card on another Pokemon. I am going to put this energy card on Lapras to try to do some damage. Now, you can see Lapras is here highlighted. So I'm going to click on Lapras, and once you click it, you get a little option here. You can either do Water Arrow, or I can now retreat. Water Arrow, like we said, it does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so I am going to do that. Now I can do 20 damage to either Pokemon, but if I do 20 damage to the active Pokemon, I can apply weaknesses and things like that, which versus this Growlithe, it won't apply its water weakness. So I am going to do it to this active Pokemon, so it's going to do 40 damage instead of 20. And that's the end of my turn. I flipped a coin. I do not take any burnt damage, and now it's my opponent's turn. They draw a card. They evolve the Arcanine. They attach a fire energy, and they're going to use Potion. Potion actually heals 30 damage, and that's actually what the card says. And he's going to attack with Rollout. So now Lapras is going to take 20 damage, and the remaining hit points is 70. And that's the end of his turn. I flipped a coin, and now I'm burnt. I'm going to zoom in on the Potion here so you guys can get a better idea. Alright, so Potion is an item card. You can play as many as you like on your turn. And it says right here, heal 30 damage from when you're a Pokemon. Pretty standard card. I drew a card. I actually got N, which is a supporter. You can only play one of these a turn. It says it right here on the bottom. Alright, and what this does is each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck, then each player draws a card for each of his or her remaining prize cards. Sorry, I'm not able to read right now. So, it's a good card. But we both have 6 prizes, so we both would draw that. He only has 3 cards in his hand. I don't want to give him that advantage of getting more cards in his hand and renewing his hand, so I'm going to hold out on N. And now I do have the opportunity to put another energy card on another Pokemon, and I am going to put it on Lapras here. And now Lapras has the opportunity. You can see here, this option opened up. I can use Surf. 60 damage times 2 because of the weakness. You saw right there, it does 120 damage. There goes Dakurama. So now, Darumaka, sorry. Now I can choose one of these 6 prizes over here. So I'm going to choose this middle one right here. And that's a Feebas. So that's going to go into my hand, and out comes Arcanine. End of turn, I am going to have to take some burn damage because I got the tails. Again, that's going to do 20 damage. And, yeah, that's going to do 20 damage, and now it's my opponent's turn. Alright, he's going to draw. He's actually going to... I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, he did Super Rod, which actually you return 3 cards from your discard pile and put it back into your deck. He ended his turn. I got Tails from the burn, so that is going to do 20 damage to me, and now it's my turn. As you can see here, I only have 30 hit points left on this Lapras, so now I have to actually try to get something done here. So I am going to put Feebas into my bench, so out comes Feebas. And over here I got a Lopunny, however you say it. This is the evolved form of Baniri. I do have a Baniri out on the field, so I can evolve at this point. So I am going to evolve just so I can get this card out of my hand. So now my Baniri is now a Lopunny, whatever, however you guys say it. And now I have the option to put an energy card on a Pokemon. I am going to select the energy card, and I am going to put my energy card on Oshawott. Only because if I draw that Dewott, I can go ahead and evolve it the next turn after that to Samurott and try to do some damage. So I'm going to set up my Dewott at this point. And now I'm going to go ahead and go for an attack. And I am going to do Surf. It's going to do 120 damage to this Arcanine, but it has 130 HP, so that is going to live. Again, I got burned because of its ability. And I'm not going to take any damage this turn, this in between turns. So he's going to draw a card. He's going to actually get Charon, and he's going to use Charon, where actually he draws 3 cards. That's what the card says. Again, I flipped the coin. I'm still burned, but I'm not taking damage this turn. So I drew another energy card. I'm going to go ahead and attach that to my Ashwat, and we're going to go into the Arcanine just so you guys can see. So I did 120 damage, 50, 50, and 2 10s. He's got 130 HP, so he's still left with 1 HP, as you can see up here. Alright, his ability. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an attack, the attacking Pokemon is now burned, and Fire Spin requires 3 energy cards, and flip a coin. If tails, discard 2 energy cards to this Pokemon. So we're going to try to go ahead and move along here. I am going to go for an attack. I'm going to use Surf. It's going to do another 120 damage. That's overkill, but it's okay. I wanted to do that. So down goes the Arcanine. I get to choose another prize card, which is actually going to be Crushing Hammer. I'll go over that card in a second. I am burned. Flip the coin. I did get tails, so I'm going to take another 20 damage here. And now I have 80 damage on me right now, so I only have 10 HP left. Charon, he's going to be able to draw another 3 cards here and get a Growlithe off that. He ended his turn, and I did get heads, so my Lapras gets to live one more turn here. So I did draw this Crushing Hammer. What it does is it's an item card. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy card to that attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. I can use that right now because his Arcanine does have an energy attached to it. Flip the coin. I did get tails, so that is going to fail and go into the discard pile. Alright, pretty much at this point, I'm just going to have to do some damage before my Lapras dies. I am going to go for the Surf, do 120 damage onto the Arcanine, and of course I'm going to get burned again, but that doesn't really do anything because I'm already burned, and I don't take any damage because I got a heads. So he's going to attach another Fire Energy. He's going to play a Sillin, where he actually searches his deck for 3 energy cards, and he's getting 3 Fire Energy cards here, so he's trying to set up on me. And Roller Skates, you flip a coin. If you get heads, you draw 3 cards. So he's flipping, he got tails. Ineffective, it's not going to work and go into the discard pile. Ending his turn, I did get the heads, so I'm not taking any damage. Lapras is holding on for dear life here. I did draw a Samurott, that's not going to do anything for me here. So I'm just going to go ahead and end my turn with an attack. Attack is the last thing you can do on your turn. Once you attack, your turn is automatically over. So Lapras is going to go ahead and get burned again, but it doesn't do anything. I'm going to get a Tympole off my prize. Flip a coin for heads, and I got tails. So Lapras is going to take 20 damage. That's going to be more than 90 HP. So now all those energy cards and the Lapras is going to go into the discard pile, and my opponent gets to draw a prize card. So now I'm at the point where I have to put a Pokemon out into play. I am going to put Ashwat because it's the only Pokemon that has energy cards attached to it. Growlithe is going to put a fire. They're going to put a fire energy card onto here. He actually did Great Ball. Great Ball, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck. If you find any Pokemon there, you can put one into your hand. Alright, so Stoke did not work, which actually Stoke, what it did is you can actually flip a coin. If you get heads, you can search your deck and get a fire energy card and attach it to Growlithe. So it didn't work. I drew Feebas here, so I am going to put the Tympole out, but I'm not going to put any more out. I want to leave that space open in case I get another different Pokemon. At this point, this hand is not helping me very much at all, so the only option I can really do is go ahead and go for a Seashell attack, which does 20 damage. Growlithe's weakness is water, so it's going to do 40. So now Growlithe has 40 HP left. He's got the potion, so now he's going to heal 30 damage from it. He goes for Fire Breathing. Fire Breathing does 10 damage plus another 20 if you get heads. He got heads, so that's going to do 30 damage onto Ashwat. So I drew a Dewott, so Dewott is going to come out into play because I'm going to play him. And unfortunately, I only have 1 energy card attached to it. So I can only do Rain Splash, unfortunately. Waterfall requires 3 energy cards, which I do not have. I was hoping to draw one, but I did not. I got the D-Watt instead. So next turn I can evolve it into Samurai. So we're going to go here and go for a Rain Splash. That's going to do 40 damage because of weakness, and that ends my turn. Charon, he's going to draw 3 cards. He's putting some more Pokemon out. He evolved his Darkuma over here. He did get heads, so that's going to do another 30 damage. I'm at 30 HP now. So, I did not draw an energy card, which is not good for me. So, Samurai, you only need 2 energy cards to do Waterfall. So, I am going to go ahead and evolve my D-Watt into Samurai. So now my HP went up to 140, so I need 80 HP to get knocked out. So, at this point, all my cards in my hand are kind of worthless right now. So I am going to do N. I know I'm only going to draw 3 cards here because that's how many prizes I have left. But my hand is pretty worthless to me at this point, so I want to give it a chance. And then my opponent has 3 cards in his hand. You know what? I'm not going to hold out. I am going to hold out because he's got 5. He gets to draw 5, so I'm going to hold out on that. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Waterfall. That's going to do 100 damage to Growlithe, and that's going to knock it out easily. So down goes Growlithe. I am going to draw another card from prizes, Boniri. That's not going to help me whatsoever. Out comes the Simseer. He's going to do 30 damage to Samurai. Unfortunately, I only have 50 HP left. There's another energy card. We're going to attach that right to Samurai. And unfortunately, I'm still not able to do any more damage than just the 50, but we're going to go ahead and do 50, which is going to make it 100 to Simseer, and that's going to be able to knock it out. So down goes Simseer, and I'm going to draw one more, Sidlin. Now I get to search for 3 energy cards. Out comes the Darmanitan. He is going to pass because he only has 1 energy card, and his attack requires 2. If I could show you real quick. There you go. Fire Fang requires 2 energy cards, so he's not going to be able to do that. So I am going to go ahead and use the Sidlin. I get to search for 3 basic energy cards. I'm going to choose 3 water energies. They go into my hand. Now I can play 1, so I'm going to go ahead and play it on Samurai. I now have 4 energy cards. Destructive Whirlpool. Discard an energy card attached to the defending Pokemon. Does 80 damage. I'm going to go ahead and go for the 80 damage. His weakness is water. It's going to do 160. He's going to knock it out. And down goes Darmanitan, and I draw my last prize, and that's the end of the game. And that's basically it. At the end of each match, you do get a little summary here of your MVP, total turns, time, how long the game was. If you got any rewards during either ranked match or the campaign, you'll get rewards there. You can check out your stats, how much damage you dealt between you and your opponent, and your game log. And that's the end of this battle. And then down here, you can go ahead and click again if you want, or not, and it's going to put you into another battle. So that's the end of the match. I am not going to do another match because this video took half an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and end it now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it went really slow because I was trying to teach the basics of the game, but now you guys have a better idea. I will be going faster the next videos after this. Thank you guys for watching. I do want your support. I do want some comments, suggestions, anything like that. If you want me to go a little bit deeper into some things, let me know, and I'll go ahead and try to tackle those on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.